Right, welcome back to the next part of the battle. We were going to go ahead with the Eradicator Vampires troops. So they were on hold, all of them, and they come off of hold and are going to shoot and stuff. So where are they here? So these guys. They are going to go try to fix that machine gun. Let's see here. So that machine gun had a system error. Hacking roll to reboot. The operating system takes one whole round to restart. The weapon will be operational at the start of the round after the next round. On a race, the weapon can be used right away. So they will try to fix that, and they don't have hacking, but they do have the Joker. So this one is going to, well, actually, I think it will be the zombies, not those skeleton guys. Whoops. Whoops, what's happening here? Whoops, something's wrong with my keyboard here.
Oh, the tank just blew itself up.
Yeah,
Save one of mine.
I don't know what's happening here.
No more tank.
This is... So the first guy is gonna support. So the second guy has +1 to the... Four. So at the start of the next round, that will be working again. It will be operational at the start of the next round. No, the weapon will be operational at the start of the round after the next round. So one whole round it is booting up. Okay, so then they move it back. So how far was that actually? Yeah. Okay, so they got that machine gun. And then these guys will move forward. So you guys were on the first floor, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and these guys...
Arian's up on the 4th.
Yeah, I'm on the 4th one.
You're on the 4th, yeah. So these guys... So could they shoot you? How far? So each floor is like 3 yards. Yes?
They wouldn't shoot me if they're aiming at me. Because I popped up to shoot and my gun got blown away, so I popped down again, so they can't even see.
Yes, yes. But on the first floor, so they are... Each floor is 3 yards, right? Is that correct assumption?
More like 3 meters.
3 meters. I would say
yeah.
1.5 inch in any case. So if we use trigonometry here, let's see here. So they are on the 3rd floor, so 3 inches up. And then it has to hit 1 inch up at least, right? Because that's where the window ends, something like that. Oh wait, actually they are slightly higher up because the windowsill is slightly higher up. So like that. So they can shoot to this point. So you guys are in range of the shot partially. So I think they will have -2 more to hit you guys. So -6. But they are at +2, so -4 to hit you guys that are standing further in. Right, so however, these guys have grenades. So they will be shooting that. This guy is shooting at those guys there at -4. It's a miss. So that is west, northwest. -10, so that's far off. Okay. Next guy, so that's like that. So like he shot far off. Next guy will shoot at these guys, and it's the same. That's also a miss. So that's northeast, northeast. 3. So Nori. One moment. So that 14. What's her? She's 11, I think, right? AP.
She, oh, hang on. Toughness 14.
Are you sure? It says 16 here. Where do you read 14?
Yeah, it's 16, 8 armor.
Yes. Yes, 8 armor, so
thanks.
that goes down to 12. So she is just shaken. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, do we reset the bennies now or after that turn is finished? Whatever you guys think. I'm okay either way.
I think just keep. Oh, I don't see a need to reset.
So we don't reset.
Well, it's up to the other guys. I'm fine with not.
Okay, you guys
Well,
choose.
okay. But
But
yeah,
I think
kind of.
you used 5 bennies, right?
Yeah,
You're actually at
on
0.
the assumption that we were going to refresh this
Right.
session.
Okay.
Okay,
So to
refresh then.
refresh now or after that turn is finished? That's also up to you guys.
I vote now.
Now.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do
Cool.
it.
Okay. Right. Right. And I'm going to take a moment and also do my guys. Right. And the last time the Annihilator Vampire, she did get the spell off, so she actually used 11 points. But I only subtracted 1. Right, but she gets more Benny. Okay. Okay, that was 2 of them. The other guys, they're shooting at you guys up there. At -4. That's friendly fire, but there's no friendly people there. So, oh yeah, air effect doesn't affect by friendly fire. They just do the deviation. So 7, that's south, west. 4. Yeah. Oops, the wrong guy. Right, so nothing there. Last guy, he's also gonna shoot. Oh, hit with the raise.
No, just a regular hit.
Right, regular hit, yes, because yeah. But he rolled really good. So damage for Sergeant Miriam. That's 6 damage. That's not enough to go through her arm.
AP4.
AP4, yeah, right. That's exactly enough. 4 armor, AP4. So she's out. And now...
Was she already shaken?
Yes, she was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh! That's on Venendi. See here. So what's your tough?
Toughness 10.
Toughness 10, yeah. So that is 23 points. No, toughness 10, but armor 4. So that is 27 points gets through. That's six wounds. So I think you should start healing, soaking maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
So you need to heal. You need to soak 3 wounds, so you don't become incapacitated. But you can also just choose to be incapacitated and just like pass out from the battle. And like, yeah, I would not go that route though. But it's up to you.
Yeah. All right. I'll use a Benny.
Okay, yeah. So and then roll. So
Is it soak?
yes, it's soak. It's almost the same as rolling vigor. Okay, so that did not heal anything. So you want
Okay.
to roll again? More bennies? You do have more bennies.
No, it's all right. So he's incapacitated. All right.
Okay, so but then you're out of the game then, because the other guys can't heal you.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it's up to you. Do you want to know?
You may as well spend the bennies.
Okay. All right. If it doesn't bore you too much for me to do it again, I'll go.
Oh,
ahead.
it's
No,
no
keep
difference
going,
because after you're finished, I'm gonna do a whole lot of other stuff. So it's not like it's gonna take that much time. Okay, so that's soaked 1. That doesn't do any difference. So you need to at least soak 3 to get any kind of difference.
Okay. Here we go.
No, okay, right. So maybe not try to soak more, or better to use it on the, because you do have to roll for incapacitation, and better to save the rest for that. Let me see then. One moment. Okay, so you choose. You can still try to roll for soaking, but it doesn't. It's up to you.
No, it's all right. So
Okay.
how many wounds is that?
That's 6 wounds. So you don't take more extra after the first 3, but if incapacitated by damage or injury, you must make an immediate vigor roll. So this is a vigor roll at -3, and you need to. If you fail this, yeah, Okay, so that is a failure. That means you have to roll. You can choose to re-roll this. You still have those other bennies, the white ones. You can use that for this specifically. This is what they are for.
Otherwise, he's dead, right?
No. According to our house rules, as long as you do have those white bennies, you don't die. But if you, when you fail this roll, you might take an injury, permanent injury. You will take an injury. You will take a permanent injury. If you fail this roll, you will take a permanent injury. So
Okay.
that is something to consider. So, and those 3 are used for this, specifically for this. I mean, this is what they are made for not getting permanent injury.
All right. I'll do one more.
Okay, so let's see. Let me read you the specific rules. While the PC has at least 1 start benny left, no trait roll of the form character dies on a failure or critical failure can critically fail. The result is only assumed to be a simple 1. Okay, so you still do get a permanent injury now if you.
Okay.
That's okay?
Yep.
Okay, you couldn't use more of those start bennies.
Nah.
No? Okay. Okay, so now you have to roll on the injury table. So that is a 2d6.
It's what?
2d6, right? Roll 2d6. So / oh, there we go. 5. Guts. Your hero catches 1 in the core. Roll 1d6. Okay, roll a 1d6. A 2 is broken. Agility reduced a die type. Minimum d4. So your agility is reduced by 1 die type permanently.
Okay.
Yeah. However, Goldie is also hit. So I'm gonna roll for that. $12 AP4. What is
Toughness 2.
toughness 2? Okay, so yeah, you could use the to soak for him or the same. Use it on that so you don't die roll. I would suggest using it on that. Or you have 2 left. You could use 1 to try to soak and 1 to try to not die on Goldie.
Okay.
Okay, so roll 1 soak for him. His vigor. Okay, no, that's just a 3. Why do you have? Yep. Okay. So now you have to roll the vigor die. This is the last one you have, so that he doesn't. This is this incapacitation roll. So roll that.
Vigor, right?
Yes, vigor on him. Yeah. Okay, so this is failure. He's also wounded. He'll also take a permanent damage. Roll permanent damage for him. That's 2d6. A 3 is a arm. Okay, so roll a 1 or roll a d2.
1d6.
Yeah, that's also okay. So even it's the left, odds is the right. So his right wing is broken, cannot be used anymore, so he can't fly.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's out. You are still bleeding out, though. So you need to. Oh, sorry. You do need to stabilize. So because you failed also
All right.
on the bleeding out. So
Well,
next.
Miriam has a med pack. Oh, she's
Yeah.
out. Who's this other one? Maybe Beatrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beatrix has one.
Okay, they will have to get to you on the next turn because you're still
Okay.
bleeding out, and wait, you didn't. Right. Actually, you can take one of those back because you didn't use the last penny. You actually just did the roll. So take one of the white pennies back.
Okay. How do I do that?
Where did you put them?
Oh, here it is. I see. Okay.
Yeah, just right click and take.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay. Right. So your guys here, Tony, they were on the 3rd floor, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So one moment. These zombies, they had the machine gun, and these zombies here, they just joined the. They switched teams, so they have actually gone this turn. So let's move them back. However, there are more of them here. He has more troops. I'm gonna remove these guys. So these guys, they start shooting at you, at those guys.
Should they have to make a notice roll to even see them, since they're in an opposite building and they're far back of the wall?
That is true. That is true. Yes. So they will get one group roll for that. And this is -4. What happened? Okay, so they did not see them. So that means they did see you though, because you did shoot at the other vampire the other turn. So now they're gonna shoot at you then.
But I'm on the 2nd floor, so I'm back
Yes.
from the wall. They're now going to be shooting through a floor to get to me.
Yeah, but one floor is not that much difference. The issue here was that there was 2 floors difference. We have always just shot at 1 floor difference. It is not. You can try to do the math. It's not that hard to shoot at 1 floor's height difference, specifically when they're so far between. So they can see you fine. Well, just as fine as you're inside the building. So these 2 are going to shoot at you. So they are at -2 because they have Oh yeah, wait. -4. Oh, didn't help there. They have Benny. They have a Joker. It's a hit. $30. AP4.
That's 4 wounds.
4 wounds. Okay. So you gonna soak?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's one
So 1 wound.
wound. So you're at 3 wounds. Right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Next guy. He's gonna also shoot at you. Ah. So that deviates. That's north. 2. Well, seems like that one hits also.
I'm sorry, the physics of that, there's no way. There's no way from shooting above me that they land one there
Okay, so
and,
what?
and hit that. I'm sorry, there's no way.
Because what?
Because there's a floor in the way?
So it
I'm a
hits the
floor
floor?
below them. I'm a floor below them. That's a hell of a shot to get it there. That's even
Okay.
for them to be hitting me at all is pretty much a hell of a shot. A floor below and that far back of the wall.
Okay, so let's see the distance then. So 16 inches. And they are 1 floor up. So that is 1.5 inch. Okay. And then
Yeah, but the floor, the roof above my guy is the floor that they're on. So they're shooting down at me, which means
yes.
the 3rd floor of the building I'm in is actually providing full cover for me where I am. At least it should be.
To some degree, not complete cover. So they are one.
What? Okay.
Okay, I can draw you the math if you like.
Oh, I'm sure, but
I mean, you.
I'm sorry, man, but I don't see that.
Okay, I'll draw it for you. Give me a moment.
Okay. You guys still there?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Are you guys still there? Did Jax drop off?
No, I think he's doing math.
Okay. Does this make sense to you guys that, you know, back from the walls we're still taking shots like this?
Well, I have sympathy with the physics, your definition of the physics of it all. It might be, I don't know. It might possibly be able to happen depending on the placement of, I guess, they're shooting through. So depending on the window and everything else. If it went that far back, if it was closer to the side of the building, like right, that's a bit more realistic than it having that far back, because you would think if it was that far back, it would hit either a wall or something like that. But I don't know.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
to hit me, he's got to put it through like what is a 2x4 window on my floor.
Right. And depending on the windows located in, like I said, having it, if it's deviated where the circle is now, one would think that it would hit it would have to hit above the window and impact on the side of the wall. But maybe, I don't know. I guess it depends on where the window is located. But yes, I have some sympathy for your position. Believe you me, I got a rocket launcher sniped out of my hands last session. So
Oh, I know. I kind of wondered
So
about
here,
that one too, because
I only have
I figured you
three.
were leaning out the north side of the building, so I didn't see how he shot you last time. But
So I only have three USB things, so I have to take out the microphone while I'm drawing. So this is the situation. So each inch is 3 yards, and each floor is 1.5 yards. Okay, so the skeleton is standing here. Okay, you see exactly there, and the windowsill is there. So if he shoots right at the middle of this area here, so this floor window starts something like that and ends something like that. So he can shoot through that area that is indicated there.
okay, 2 points. One, I think you're off on the height of the floors because a meter and a half would be like 5 feet each floor. So, or 6, 7 feet. That's pretty small flooring distance between floors. Normal floor distance.
No, it's not meter and a half. Each inch.
Okay, that's what you said. So that's why I'm.
Each inch is 6 feet, so 2 yards, and each floor
Okay.
is 3 yards. So each distance here is 2 yards. So he could hit that point.
Okay, so again, is each little you're talking about each square, little red square there is 2 yards, right?
Yep, that's true.
Okay. Again, 2 yards would be 6 feet, and that's again a small distance on a floor between one floor and another. Usually, it's about 10 feet is a normal standard floor distance between floors. So 6 feet would be kind of.
Yes, but I said each floor is 3 yards, so 2.5.
Okay, so then each red square is 3 yards.
No, he's standing. He's standing. Let me draw more here. He's standing on that. That's where the floor ends. 3 yards. And that's more or less, that's where the window starts.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So each square again is how many? What's the distance each square represents? Each red.
2 yards.
2 yards. Okay. So Okay, so that's 3. Okay. So that's
So it could go through that window and hit there.
All right, roll damage then.
well. The other operative problem is he's firing a grenade launcher. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, a grenade launcher is not. Well, I don't know. Maybe they've changed the mechanism of it in this setting, but a normal grenade launcher, like on a 203 or something, which I have. If you're going to shoot it at range, it's an indirect fire weapon. You have to. It doesn't shoot like a straight line like that. You have to kind of like artillery kind of. You have to shoot
It's
it.
gonna arc.
Yeah, it's going to arc. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay, but
So
that arc would actually mean that's even easier to hit then, because that would be it's even more in that window. Because that straight line would be slightly arced, so that would even more argue
well, right.
my point that it would be
Well, I
possible.
actually it would.
It would be possible to hit even more. Yeah, that you could shoot that but you could also do another arc. You could do an arc that hits exactly that point. It's through that window. Yeah, doesn't mean that it has to be that big arc. It could be a arc that hits.
Yeah, it's going to be a fairly. So it's what 22 yards from wall to wall. Right?
What?
Each red square you said was 2 yards, right?
Yes.
So you're talking. It's 22 yards. Yeah, the deviation's not going to be too much from that. Yeah, I mean, you're the GM. It's your. I think there's some dubiousness here, but do what you're
What's
going to
the
do.
dubiousness? What's the dubiousness?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I think maybe your choice of using 2-meter squares may be what's confusing the matter somewhat, rather than making everything 1 meter.
Okay, I can go draw it again.
Well, no, it's like I said, you're the GM. It's your ruling, so
Well, I
that's the
don't
way it's
want to
going to
be
go.
dubious, really. I don't want to be a dubious GM. I want to be correct GM. So what's the... I mean, I'm not the GM for physics, right? I'm the GM for the rules. The Savage Worlds.
Right. So I mean, it sucks. So I mean, but it's you're the GM, so we're going to go with what you say. I mean, you're not going to,
Yeah, but I don't want to rule if you don't think I'm ruling according to physics. I mean, I don't rule the physics. I just rule the Savage Worlds rules. So what is it?
Okay.
Possible?
Well, if you want to, if
Okay.
I
it's
mean, I have
mostly
drawn
Tony's
this, and the
character
way
here.
I see it, it is possible to hit that point. With
Okay,
all
roll
physics,
damage then.
all physics said, you do not see that. If If you do not see that it's possible to hit with the rules of physics, do tell me how.
No, roll damage, dude. Roll it.
Yeah, it's his character. He's the one who really needs to decide.
Tony's dead.
Well, you do need to roll a vigor. You're incapacitated.
So could you move your chart there? Because maybe I'll work on it during my.
Wait, it's not working. Okay. Vigor, that is a failure, so you can roll on the injury table. Oh, it's not exploding, so it's a 10.
Just a 10.
Yeah. Leg. Gain slow hindrance. Minor or major if overly slow. So you're hit in the leg. Right. So they don't see anything else there. So they're not going to shoot anymore. Okay. So now it's the Dark Knights. They are on the first floor. So they are going to come to the window here and shoot at these guys.
And each inch is a meter, right?
No, each inch is 2 yards.
2 yards. Okay.
Yeah. So at a -2. This is at Frank. Actually -1 because they have 3 round bursts. So that's a miss. And the other one's shooting at Nori. Hit with the raise.
Okay.
So 9 damage, AP2. That is 1 wound. I think she's out then.
All right.
Okay. So now it's the next turn.
Don't my tanks go or not? Looks like they're on 2, right?
They're on 2, yeah. Go. But that's true. They can go, but 2 of the wait, I kind of moved this tank. It was over here. It was I 2 of these 2 tanks are on hold. So
Okay, the 2 enemy.
2 of them. Not this one. Not hey, not that one. The big one and the bottom one for south one.
They're on hold.
They are on hold, yeah. But yes, it's your tanks. Yeah.
They can move up to 12 inches. If they move farther, they've got to make a driving.
Yes. Is that a hover or something? Oh yeah, it has to go around that.
Yes.
That's that? Or you
It's going to take me a bit here, so
Okay. I'm not gonna ask again.
take me a few minutes.
Tell me when you're finished. But you do have to declare where you're going before you roll. So that's depending on what terrain you're going on.
Well, if he doesn't make it, he can't make the movement, right?
Yeah, but if you're going on one terrain, it's at -1. If you're going on other terrain, it's at up to -4. So, depending on the terrain you're going, that roll is modified.
Okay. Well, what other terrain which terrain is it modified?
I mean, if you stick
For
to
a
the
hover
roads,
tank.
it's only at -1.
So it's not terrain; it's distance.
No, it is terrain. But if you stick on these roads, if you like you're moving on the roads, right? That's
Well, we pretty
But-
much are because the tank that's destroyed there crushed all those cars, so the cars are no longer an obstacle. So he should be counted as moving on the road, right?
these cars. Yeah.
This tank here
Yeah.
crushed all the cars that that tank that I just moved went over, so they shouldn't be an obstacle anymore, correct?
Right. I wasn't counting. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he went over that. Yeah.
Okay, so what terrain is -1 and what terrain is -4?
So -1 is the least. You always have to roll at least -1. So
Is that because of terrain or is that because of the
that's
cursed
the
thing?
rules. That's the rules. So
Even on a regular highway?
well, if you're at the situation where you don't need to roll, then you don't need to roll. But you do need to roll here. So you're at -1 here.
Should
But
terrain really affect a hover tank, though?
good point. No, it does not. Good point. Yeah. So yeah, you just.
But I failed to roll anyway. So
Yeah,
I failed to roll anyway, so he only
Okay.
goes 12. So that's
Yeah, you can't go 12. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you don't get negative. But the machine has built in some negative, doesn't it have that? It does. Yes, you did get a -1 from handling also. So you rolled a 3 actually.
oh, okay. Handling is -1. All right.
But
Okay, but that's because it's a big, heavy, difficult tank to move, not
Yep.
not. I failed the roll, so you can only go. And that's a 10.
Sorry, you cut off there.
So that's the end of the tank move.
That's the end. Okay. Right. Okay. Next turn. No, sorry. I have to shuffle. Yes. Aaron is first, but first we do the bombing.
Yeah. Bombs go up.
Bombs go up. So let's see here. It has 10 bombs. This Deliverance Bomber. Bombs are large burst templates that explode 4d10 damage. The player can place as many of the aircraft's bombs as he wishes on the battlefield each turn, but all munitions dropped in a single round must be adjacent. Roll 1d10 minus 1 times 3 inches deviation for each burst template. So I don't know if he means that they cannot be on the same spot, or that they cannot there cannot be room between them. When he says they must be adjacent.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm guessing it's just going by the English, and I agree that it's poorly written. It would seem like they can't be all in the one spot. They'd have to be adjacent to each other.
Okay.
Dropped
So
in a single.
take as you have 10 bombs. You can shoot them all this
My
time.
question though is there's no chance for a round is in this system. Is there's no chance for a bomb being dropped to land exactly where it was aimed? It's just not possible.
Yeah, I that was what I was talking about in the text chat. This is the rules as written. This one there is chance actually, because 1d10 minus 1 if you roll a 1. So actually for this one, very astutely, there is one tenth chance. This is actually not one of those deviation distributions that I was complaining about. This is actually even. This is actually, they have thought about this one. But the other one is the one with the deviation that comes from the Judea barrage is completely like cartoonish. Why would the deviation look like that? There's no reason.
If I think they're thinking of those World War II rocket things, like you see in the old footage of the old, especially the Russians had them, and they're just firing unguided rockets all over the place. So maybe that's what they're.
No, but that wouldn't.
Certainly, if they're thinking.
Yes.
If they're thinking some sort of modern rocketry, then yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. But if you're talking about like the old World War II unguided rockets, those weren't exactly known for their action. That's why they fired them in such massive volume.
But my point is, it's clear that the deviation would be a lot, right? But why would the deviation be like 0 chance to hit the center of the deviation? That does not make sense. It would be
there should be a possibility existing for it to actually land where it's supposed to land. You're right.
And it should be more chance for it to land where you're aiming than, like, if I wanted to hit these guys, like this one, this one, this one, and this one. Let's see if this was real. It still was living, right? The best choice for me would be to shoot 20 inches north from this point. That would be the highest chance for me to hit those 3. So it's like, what? Why would that be? I mean, no actual system would. Did they design it like that? That there's a random statistic chance that it will go. So that's what I'm talking about.
I would think if you wanted to be somewhat more realistic, you just pick a central point from where they're supposed to land, and then just deviate all the rounds from that central point.
Yeah.
Then
anyway, these one are not that issue does not concern this one. So let's talk about Judea when we get. Okay, that's 4. You're just gonna shoot 4.
Well, since they've got to be adjacent, there's no point really. Well, I guess.
It's completely up to you. Yeah, you put some on that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. And also these here, right? And you could put in a honeycomb pattern. Don't need to put it in a checker.
Well, they can't overlap.
Yeah, but you could put in a honeycomb pattern. You get more density. Like that, right? So you can put it like a blue.
Yeah, maybe.
It's up to you. Like a flower pattern, right? Center flower head and
So then,
6 petals around, right? That would be highest probability.
it's half the payload. They can blow the rest up.
Okay, so 5 this time and 5 next turn, right?
Sure, makes sense.
Okay, so there was one roll we did not roll, and that is when they will go back. Bingo die. So when you have shot, you roll a bingo die, and that is a d8 for Deliverance Bomber. If you roll a 1, the bird goes back. So you won't shoot the next remaining 5.
Okay.
If
Roll that now, or roll that after we do the bomb?
After you have shot, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's rolled at the end of the round, I think. I don't think is it any importance when it's rolled? Maybe it is because the rest.
Not really. Doesn't really. One doesn't.
Well, it depends on the rest of the planning, right? If you know you still have the bird, you might act one way, and if you know it's going away, you might.
Oh, that's true too.
Give me a moment. The bingo die is rolled every round after the assets fires. So right after they are fired, we roll the bingo die. So you have
Right.
1/8 chance that you don't get more bombs than these 5.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and just
Yes. So
go from top to bottom.
Okay. So put it in the first deviation, right?
From top to bottom.
Okay, I understand.
In the order that I can click on them again if you need.
Yes. One more time, please. Nice.
It's 1 to 5. So number 1.
So first deviation. So D12. So that is southwest. So this could go good.
Oh, that's distance. That's distance, not direction.
Oh, okay, so roll direction. So that's bad actually, right? Because that's times 3. That's 21 inches. You're way off that, right? So I'll move it. You put the -1 already. So that will hit there. Okay, right? You agree?
Sure, that works.
Okay. Okay, so
Nothing gets hit.
nothing is that.
Second.
So that's even further away. But you still might hit something else. So roll direction now. 12. Straight north. So that is times 3, 27. So this is 20. And I need to move 7 more. So that could be argued that maybe that would hit that one. What do you guys think?
Where are you measuring from? Center of the target?
Yes, center.
It might be.
So what's that? Is that a hit or what?
No, probably not, because it's going to land on top of the building. The center mass is going to hit top of the building, which
Good
the
point.
tank
Good point.
is
Yes.
like.
Right. Okay. Cool. And that was the furthest you could have shot. And so your guys are in the free. Good. Next. Okay, what do we have here? We have 5. This is 15. Okay, that's also completely waste of ammunition again.
Right there. Yeah, it's going to hit.
Okay. Okay, so that's also 15. It's too far off. And it's out in the bushes. Oh, oh. Okay, you're very close. That's bad direction. But you do hit something, right?
It's 3.
Yeah, so you do hit the top of the building.
Be something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so roll damage. The
4d10.
4d10, yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's
The 10 doesn't explode, does it? Do I
all
roll another
damage
d10
explodes.
for that?
All damage explodes inside world.
I'm sorry, say that again?
All damage explodes inside world. Unless, all damage. This is against this is against a thing, right? Because you're not hitting anyone.
Well, it could definitely hit that one guy. It goes through far enough, so if it does enough damage, it'll collapse the building on top.
That's true. I don't know, because if you hit the guy.
So that went from 35, 43 damage.
Right, 43 damage, yeah. But this is on the 5th floor, and they are on the 3rd floor.
Right. Well, 43 damage, like I said, may collapse that. Well, there's a reason why buildings blow up when you put enough tonnage on them.
So I don't know what rules we're going to use for that. So what do you suggest? I don't have any rules in the book.
What armor value does... what are these buildings made out of?
These are residential buildings. They're not military grade. So stuff.
Wood.
Concrete. They are made of concrete. This one is 5 stories high, and it's actually specifically a made better, because it's not a residential house. This one's a tower. They have made for some purpose. I don't know. So what do we say? What's the ruling? How many floors die?
Isn't there? I'm sure there's a list somewhere here of armor value for various forms of materials, right?
That's true, but then it would be 25, because then it would not ace, as it's called. If you're going with that calculation, right? If you're counting the items as items, then you don't ace the damage.
If you're counting what is what?
If you're shooting at things that are not living, right? And that's the armor you're telling me to look up, right? So there's written concrete wall. How much is that?
Yeah, what page is that?
Yes, give me a moment. Breaking items, it said. Breaking things. So a door is 10. So a wall would be like, what would that be? 15?
What page is
14?
this on?
This is on page 98 of Suede. Actually does not say
Yeah.
anything about a wall. But for example, those barricades on the game, the barricades, the yellow spots, they are 15. They are 15 to break them. So a wall or a roof would be more than that, or at least that. Do you follow? Oh,
Right.
here it is. Wait, stone wall. Stone wall is 10. It's actually slightly another. Yeah, at 98 actually there is numbers for walls. Cool.
Cover bonus. So
I would say
2 floors, 20.
no, but that would so no, I would say it would be more. A concrete wall would be more than a stone wall. So 12, I would say.
Okay, so 24.
24. So you destroy 2 floors, and then you have some.
The remainder damage would go through, right?
Yeah, 1.
So the total damage. Oh, there's no.
There's no like set rules, but let's make some up. So those 2 floors are destroyed, and but then you can hit them at minus the damage that they took away. So minus 24. So you can roll once for that guy that's hit at minus 24. So roll. So the first one was that you hit the roof. You destroy 2 floors, and now you hit the guy. So roll for his damage. So 4d10 minus 24.
Oh,
Okay, so he was not hit. However, I'm not gonna show you, but you do need to roll another one. Okay, so you don't know what, but there was another guy there also. And that area is reduced by 2 floors. Right. So something happened from all that bombing.
okay. So that's the bottom off.
Now you roll
So
bingo die.
so So is the weapon that he shot, is it destroyed, or did he just shoot it out of my hand?
That is destroyed. And that's actually, I'm being generous because that would actually have exploded in your hands, but I just say it's destroyed. It's not functional.
Oh, well, okay, I might argue that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, like he's not only he shot it out of my hand, but he exploded the missile at the same. I think the odds of that are fairly slim, but okay, doesn't matter.
But I'm saying he
So then
didn't. I'm saying he didn't. I'm saying just that it's destroyed.
well then. Okay, I'm going down 2 floors. Let's on the second.
Oh wait. You have to roll the bingo die first. D8.
Say again?
The
Oh, okay.
bingo die. D8. And a 1, he goes away. Okay, you're cool. Right.
I am running down stairs, so I'm on the second floor, not the floor. That's my turn.
One moment. Okay. Right. Refined tanks. All 3 of them go on hold at this point. Well, actually, well, yeah, there's no point in moving out of the way because there's so little chance they will be hit anyway. I think this guy might do something. I don't know. Where would he go? Yeah, no, they're just going on hold. An illusory vampire. Right. So you do not see her. I'm going to do something for her. Oh, you can see that movement. Okay. Right. Did you see my pointer?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, good. Right. So that was him, her, and then the other one. So these guys will shoot. He will move out of there. And what was that? No, he has to move there. Okay, so they will shoot at these. This one. No, that's Dark Knight. Sorry. These on the first floor, right? So you can actually just move here. I'm gonna put them up like that. So at Beatrix at -4. -3 because it's a 3-round burst. Oh, nothing there. Next guy. Also at Beatrix. Miss. And then next guy. At Frank. Miss again. And last guy at that point at Frank. Also miss. Okay, so that was these guys over here. The zombies, they are waiting for the machine gun to come online. These two zombies will also, well, actually they will, yeah, these two will also shoot, but they only have SMGs. Is that Beatrix? Oh yeah, it's -2 more. Yeah. Yes?
I think your toughness is 10.
Yeah, but that was a miss. They're actually at -6 because, yeah, we do not have the rock and roll.
Okay.
Yeah, they missed. Okay, they missed. These guys over here, they are going on hold. They're at the edge here, and they're on hold. Right. Church tank. Turn. Sorry, did someone say something?
I didn't say anything.
Church tanks and
Arian? Andrew?
Sorry, say what again? Oh, thanks.
church tanks, yes.
Still,
Whose turn is it?
the tanks are still.
Okay.
What about this guy over here? Do you have plans for him?
Hold on.
Yes.
Which guy were you pointing? You were
Sort of
asking
like-
me about something. You were
Yeah.
asking about
This tank.
which guy?
This guy over here.
He's on hold.
He's on hold. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, put the little gun symbol on.
Oh,
The other guy moved forward.
they moved. Yeah, and also this guy moved.
Yeah, he moved a little bit.
Okay, so he's not on hold then.
Nope, he moved
No.
just a
He moved. Okay.
and everybody else has moved, so tanks have.
You cut off at the end there. The tanks are done. Is that what you said?
Tanks are done moving.
Nice. Okay. So Tony, you have to make a bleeding out roll. Okay, you are stabilized. Good. Okay.
Okay, the other two knights here will come downstairs to where he is and start dragging him further away from the wall before more miracle shots hit him.
Well, if you don't agree with that shot, we could.
It's through a window, man. There's no way that it makes it. I get your physics of it. My physics of it is trying to visualize shooting through a window and hitting him even in the first place. Maybe the first one putting a grenade at his feet, okay, but shooting at him and putting a grenade behind him, no, I don't see it. No. So they will move. I'm assuming that's running. So they coming down the stairs. They got what, 4 more movement?
Okay, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna shoot anyone that is not possible to hit. So if you don't think you're hit, then you're not hit. It's up to you.
No, you said it. This is your game. You hit them.
Yeah, but I'm the GM for the Savage Worlds rules, not the GM for
Okay.
reality. So if you want to say that he's not hit, then he's not hit.
No, you said he was hit. So it was a good shot.
So then you should not argue that it's not possible. If you're arguing it's not possible, then remove the incapacitated.
Okay.
Marker.
I'm fully agreeing with you then. 100% behind you. Fully agree. Miracle shot. Great shot. Lovely shot.
Well, if you have an argument, you're just arguing that it's hard. If you argue that it's not possible, let's argue that.
I did, and you ruled that you hit him anyway. So
I didn't rule.
we're
I
going.
argued.
We're still going.
argued.
Tony's turn is done. Venandi, your turn.
I didn't rule that he's hit. So, Venandi, you have to roll bleeding out.
All right. What is that?
That
Is
is
vigor, right?
vigor -3, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you're stabilized also.
All right. How do I role play that? The bleeding just suddenly stopped, or should I have Frank come up and help him?
Well, you don't need to roleplay it because you're like there's no one there. So you were able, you didn't bleed out. You bled a little bit, but then it stopped. There's no role playing. I don't know because you're incapacitated.
Cool. All right. Well, the bleeding stopped. That's good. All right. So now he still can't move though, right? Or he
Oh,
can move.
you still have to roll next turn, right? Look at that.
All right. So meanwhile, Beatrix is going to come up and try to help Sir Adra because Beatrix has a med pack.
Okay.
So she'll roll healing. Here, she has it. No healing. Okay.
No, but
what unskilled then?
but she does not have that. You have to roll a vigor roll for Adra to see if she's living or dead
Oh, okay.
because it's extra, and Beatrix does not have that edge that Venandi has.
All right.
Yes, so she did not make it.
Okay. And Beatrix can't save her?
Right. No.
Okay. All right. Then Frank, now Frank has a long way to go to get up to Venandi to help him. Or maybe he'll just try to help Sir Adra. I guess that's what he'll do.
Yeah, it would be a good idea to get to Venandi though. Yeah, that's true. Could run there.
All right. That's a distance of 12 or so, which is, so I guess he has to roll pace.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 12 and a half. Okay, so pace for Frank.
Yeah,
Oops.
he did not get there. Okay, but he
Nope.
will get there next turn then.
Okay.
Yeah. How much did Beatrix move? Oh, she was down here, right?
3.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, about 3 or 4. Okay. I think that's it.
Yep. Okay, so the Dark Knights, they are on the bottom floor. So this one will shoot at Beatrix. Miss. And the other one will shoot also miss. Okay. Arion,
Oh, what?
Oh, wait, sorry. We're at Dark Knights, right? Oh, that was the whole group. Okay, next turn. Right?
Are we done?
I think
This turn?
Yep,
New turn?
yep. Okay, so first of all, it's the bomber.
Oh.
It's gonna bomb them or okay, you have one more left.
Okay, so question about this dude.
Yes?
It shows him kind of half hanging out the window. Is he actually hanging out the window, or is he just?
No, he is actually he is on the first floor.
Okay,
And
but you see where the token is. The token has
yeah,
have
yeah,
him half outside the
yeah,
wall.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move this one a moment. Oh no, I'm gonna also move this one. He's there.
He's on the first floor though.
He's on the first floor, yeah. Dark Knight's on the first floor.
Good enough.
Okay.
Okay, same process, same order.
Yep. Okay, so that is 21 to so
Ooh, Mike with those tanks.
could, yeah. 21. No. No. Close.
Should get that tank, right?
No, I wouldn't say that it will hit there,
That's more like.
right?
Well, okay. It depends on how far out you're doing that deviation.
So it's
Yeah, fair enough.
30 degrees, right? From 7 is 30 degrees out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cosinus 30 times 21, right? So let's do that. No, sorry, sinus. Okay, so sinus 30 degrees is 0.5 times 21 is 10 inches out. So it's 10 inches out. and 10 inches to the west, and let's do the cosinus. That was actually the 18 inches south. 18 inches south, 10 inches to the west. There, right? That's 30 degrees. Right?
Okay.
Is that not 30 degrees?
I think so. It's good enough.
Okay. So that is furthest it can go, and it's off nowhere.
It's 20. Well,
So, that's also nice. Come, roll shot, roll one. Well, actually, roll a two and roll something. Ah, okay. Good direction. Still hope. Ooh, no, it's wrong way. Right. Okay. And then it goes its way, the bomber. Okay. Right. Refined tanks, they are still on hold. Venandi. Okay. Again,
All right.
but this time I would suggest you run into Venandi first with Frank and try to heal him.
Okay, let's do that.
Can I ask something? Did anyone ever use the advances on Frank?
Use the what?
Advances.
I didn't.
You did not. Did anyone else do that?
I didn't.
Okay, so he actually has 2 advances. So you can
Excellent.
give him healing. You can give him healing or something. So
That's a good idea.
yeah.
Okay, let me do that here. Meanwhile, is Sir Adra dead?
Yes.
So Beatrix is going to grab her dog tags and her rifle and promise. All right. So healing for Frank. Healing for Frank.
So well, let's see. There's also a healing edge, right? You could take that with one of them. Let's see. What is the requirements for that? Supernatural edges. The one you have. Social weird. Spirit D8. What's his spirit?
D6.
Ah, okay. Right, so he could get, what's his intelligence? Smarts D4. Ah, that's... Okay, so I would suggest improve his smarts to D6 and then get healing D6 on him.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
How do I add a skill? Is that...
Yeah, and skills. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay. I put a check mark by healing, I guess.
Yep, that's the way.
Cool. How do I collapse the list? I'll mess with it later. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, healing. Okay, so he has it now. All right.
Right.
Cool.
And,
so
he has, yeah, you did do the smarts and then do the healing also to D6.
done.
Right. So let's see. What was the bleeding out rule? Other characters may stop the victim's bleeding by making a healing roll. Yeah, you just have to succeed in a healing
Okay.
Not good. Okay, but you do still get to roll stop by yourself, so you still get to roll the bleeding out die, Fernandy's own bleeding out die. To roll that.
Okay. Here we go for the bigger. Bigger.
All right, so you're okay also now.
All right. Frank helps him wake up.
Yeah. No,
Says,
he doesn't.
Goldie's...
He doesn't.
You still have
Oh.
3 wounds.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, he doesn't wake up.
Oh, okay.
That was still just that he's not stabilized. He has to roll a raise to stabilize. Is that not correct? With the raise, he stabilizes. So he's still bleeding out.
Tony posted that up there. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
All right, so Frank just looks through Venandy's supplies, and he's trying to figure this out on his own.
All right, you could have used his supplies on him, right? Venandy has supplies.
Oh, maybe I could do that next time.
Yeah, but no, let's say that you use that. So he's stabilized. You're stabilized.
All right.
With a +2 from his equipment will give you stabilized. Okay.
Cool. He says Goldie's alive, and Venandy looks around for him, and he's trying to clear his head. Okay.
Beatrix can move more.
Yeah. All right. Maybe Frank drags him back, like Tony's guys did earlier.
Right. How far were you? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It was about 5.5 movement to reach Venandy, so maybe they can't move that far. It might be like here or something. Okay, and I guess that's it.
Okay. Eradicate a vampire. So now the machine gun is working. And they're gonna start to set it up here. So they don't do anything. And the skeletons, the Beatrix not move out, maybe?
No, She's still there.
Okay. So yeah, but she did move in a little bit. I'm gonna say they can shoot you at -6.
Okay.
But -5 because they do 3-round burn. A miss. Miss. And the other ones, they go on hold. The other two. Okay. And these guys, they go on hold also. Yeah. And okay, one moment, guys. Yep. Oops. Okay. And Annihilator went also. And it's Aaron's turn. Aaron, your turn.
Are any of those skeletons on hold down there? Guys in that building on hold?
Yes, all of these skeletons more or less are on hold. These two went. These two went down here.
Are they going to be? Okay, I'm moving these guys across here. So you might, if they're going to shoot, then they get 2 shots. So, are they
You
shooting
mean
at the soldiers?
up
Are they
here?
shooting at the soldiers? Okay, they're going to shoot at them.
No, they are too far. No, they're not interested in shooting them. You're talking about your troops, right? Up there.
You're right.
Right. They're not shooting at them.
Okay.
Okay. And Arian, you're
So,
on the first floor now?
yeah, I actually would be for 5. Where are these guys located here? Who's on? How many of them are on the first floor? How many of them are they all on the?
The Dark Knights are on the first floor. The skeletons are all on the third floor.
Hold it. And I'll just stay on the second floor.
Okay. Okay. So you're on the second floor, yeah. And that's that. And you don't know where the vampire is. Okay, you're done? Or you're doing something more? Okay. Tell me when
That's my
you're...
turn.
That's your turn. Okay.
I'm done.
Well, actually, it's your turn again, because now it's the tanks. Right. But this tank has to destroy this thing first, right? This one.
Yeah.
You could shoot it.
This tank over here. This tank over.
Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't see you. Where? Which one?
On the far left.
Right. Okay.
Be firing off rounds to cover the sound of the other.
Okay.
That
Nice.
they should ideally be able to lock into where that other.
Right.
That one here will be shooting at. Okay. I'm assuming with the main gun and the coax firing at once, so we can probably take care of that in a turn or something like that. Do we need to roll?
No, it's fine.
So they can fire and move.
Yep.
Okay. Still on hold and did its
Right.
move, so that's. Thank you.
Okay. So let's go to Dark Knights. So you're on the second floor. You're not beside Beatrix. Is that correct? Arion is on the second floor.
Where Beatrice is, but I'm on the second floor, so.
Yes. Okay. So one Dark Knight will shoot at Beatrix. So -3. Miss. And the other one will shoot at Frank. Hit with the raise.
Okay.
So that's 16 damage. Frank is down.
All right.
Yes. Okay, that was Dark Knights. So maybe they will try to heal you. Do they have healing, those guys?
The Dark Knights will try to heal. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
No, They don't have any kind of healing at all, so they're just pulling Tony off the battlefield.
Right. So he has to roll vigor then. Bleeding out. He didn't roll a raise, right? Oh, there he did. Nice. Okay. So you're not bleeding out anymore. All of you are stabilized. Okay, and that was your troops. So I was thinking, you guys want to continue this map, or do you want to retreat? Maybe
If we want to what?
retreat.
Well, Beatrix says Sir Adria is down. She didn't make it.
Yeah. 3 knights down. Well, out of commission, and a whole lot of sergeants dead. You could just retreat.
Ariane, you're the one who's able to make decisions. Tony and I are like messed up. It's up to you.
Oh, Tony's unconscious. Like, he's incapacitated. He's totally out. So I think Venandi is too, right?
Yes,
he's not in any position to make decisions.
Yeah. So the only one that can actually do anything is Ariane.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, so in character,
I'm sorry, you cut off there. Could you repeat, please?
I know. Okay, remember when I cut off, it's me. I'm push to talk. When I'm not talking, it means I took my finger off the push to talk. So it's not. I'm not cutting off. I'm just not. So
Thanks.
Don't worry about it. It's me deliberately doing that. If I want you to hear me, you'll hear me. If I don't want you to hear me, you won't hear me. So don't worry about it. All right. So. Yeah, so my point being, rarely it will be a comms error. It's me deliberately not speaking. So that's so. So we've got 5 effects besides myself. It looks 3 blue guys, 2 green, 1 yellow guy. Is that right?
At least 1 yellow guy.
Yeah,
it's more like 2 or 3. Or 4.
I only see 1. I only see Sergeant.
There's only 1 yellow guy standing. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
5, 6 affected plus myself. Our aircraft is proven totally ineffective, which is highly disappointing. Somehow we've traded in our successor heavy tank is worse than the tank they're phasing out of service for some. I don't wonder how high command came up with that. No. What Arian would do is he would call higher and explain to them the situation and wait for orders.
Okay.
So that's we've got 7 effects. 7 personnel who are still battlefield effective, and 4 tanks. I don't think any of them are injured, except we had the one that had and 1 destroyed. 4 tanks still effective, and 7 personnel. So, what's the command post name?
Church.
Yeah, I think they answer with "This is the temple" when you call them.
They have a call sign?
Yeah, the temple. The temple.
The temple. And we're what? 317.
Lance 316.
316.
We're that's all right. Temple. This is Knights 316.
Yes, go ahead. 316.
I prepared a copy. Knights 316 currently consists of 7 effective combatant personnel and 4 tanks. Break. Enemy personnel consists of 3 enemy tanks. Break.
17 plus a eradicator vampire plus the female vampire.
Give me a second. Approximately 20 enemy personnel, varying descriptions. Break. What are your orders? Knights 316.
Did you also tell them the number of casualties you have?
Well, they can do the math. I got 7. They know how many they sent out on the mission.
Okay.
If I told them we got 7 effectives, they can do.
Right, but yeah. So they will say then take defensive positions until further orders. So that will take like a while. So you're ordered to not attack, but just hang in there while they get the orders, because that's just the guy answering you.
Roger, Tempo 316.
Yeah.
So then we'll just gather our wounded. We'll probably fall back.
Yeah. So they will do the calculations, and then after some time, order you to retreat. It doesn't seem like a secure enough win.
Well, we could fall back to our original positions and probably hold there, but that our original start positions in those buildings to the north, we could probably fall back to there and hold them with reinforcements. But that would be, I wouldn't want to try holding the rest of it because we just don't.
Right. It's not secure area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you will eventually get an order to fall back and retreat.
Okay, so yeah, we take try and take all our dead bodies and our wounded back. I'm assuming while it's taking them there, well, we can get all that accomplished while they're busy twiddling their thumbs and making up their minds, right?
What? They are what?
We can recover our wounded and our dead while they're making their decision.
No, you did get the decision back.
Right, but you said it took them a while to come to that decision, right?
Yes, like a couple of minutes.
Okay, so in that time between I'm making the radio call and then make a decision, we'll try to gather up our dead and wounded.
Okay, good. Okay, right. So you can do that, but we need to roll for Frank and Miriam, see if they live or die. So
with
a bigger roll each, yeah.
Okay.
First aid to help with that?
No, this is not with that kind. This is if the shot went through the brain or went through the stomach. This is that kind of thing. Yeah. And one
can that be effective with? Can it be effective with Benny?
that can be effective with bennies, but it's only Venandi that has that kind of bennies, and he's incapacitated, so he can't actually use that edge.
Oh, okay. I can't spend my bennies on.
No, you need to have the common bond edge. And he only has that. So they're both dead.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay then. So we note the Lance's first defeat, or tie, at least not a success, and Yeah, it's
Well, what I will report higher is that normal tactics call for, if you're doing an assault, a 3-to-1 advantage. We were outnumbered.
nice.
So for future reference, Lieutenant or whoever the hell I'm talking to, if you're going to give us a mission, give us the right personnel, the right amount of personnel and equipment to do the job. Don't expect us to. We are not the angels, nor we are Christ reborn or God Himself, and we are not capable of miracles. So you will need to provide us with the proper equipment and amount of personnel if you expect us to be successful in our missions when we are and we are attacking.
Yes, they do not answer you on that. You think they
Yeah, I didn't think.
actually agree with you to some extent. Yes. Yeah. Even though you don't normally give tactical advice, you seem to be quite correct in this assumption. So yeah.
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss. I didn't understand. Can you say that again?
You don't have battle, right? Your character is not like a tactical person.
Yes, I do. I do have battle,
Oh, you do?
and
Okay.
I don't care if I have the skill level. I do have it. I'm just. I said what I said, so they
Right,
could
right, right.
ignore it or do whatever they want.
No, they exactly do not ignore it. That's quite a good observation. They don't answer though. So yeah,
Didn't expect it.
no. So yeah. Okay, guys. So we will stop there, and
Yes, I've got a battle of D6.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said I got a D6 in battle, as a matter.
Ah, okay. So you were on your way to Senior Knight, but didn't take it all the way.
No, man. It takes. In order to use a spear in this game, it costs me 3 edges to
Right.
be able to equal what one guy with a sword can do,
Right. But that was because
which
there
is
was a
nuts.
error. Yeah. But actually, this Senior Knight Edge in the Impaler supplement is one of the best battle edges for combat.
Right, but I'm saying my character is, because his my plan for him was to be the swordsman in the knighthood, but I couldn't do that because swords aren't the weapon of choice, so I had to switch over to spears. And if spears are objectively a worse weapon, like I said, it
Yeah.
takes me 3 edges just to equal a guy with a normal sword. So I'm a little bit behind on my edges in order to become the senior knight. It's going to take me a while to get.
Yeah. But that that's that's pretty. Yeah, I know it's that's the way they're supposed to use these edges. But you are missing one to ignore the piercing effect, or do you have that now?
No, well, that was the piercing effect. Will be the.
Right.
No, that'll have to be that'll be my next spend when I think I get a spend after this tonight's session, so that will be my next.
That's very possible.
And that will be only 2 of the 3 I need to spend. There's another one after that I got to spend to make it equal.
Okay, but after this one, you are more or less on par with the sword guy.
Not more on the left side than the more.
Okay, yeah. Because if the sword guy had used those edges on improving his sword, then he would be better than you.
Oh, he'd be much better than me. If he used those 3 edges on something else, he'd be much better with his sword than I am. I will always be 3 behind the sword, an expert sword.
Right. But you do have there's also the charge one, right? You can get the charge edge. You know. But that's so seldom. You can charge people with the sword, like if you're riding a horse, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know.
No, charge just means he doesn't get the multi-action penalty for running in the same round as he attacks.
So is that with any weapon though, or is it just with?
No, are you sure?
Was that weapon independent, or is it a weapon dependent?
Well, we're not
it's
using the charge
fighting roll.
effect. We're not using the charge effect in the Necropolis rules. We're using the charge effect in Sway.
Oh, okay. All right. So then, it doesn't.
The winner attacks first. If successful, he adds +4 bonus to his damage. So you will be able to do a charge as if you were riding a horse when you take that edge. And those
okay. That's not
clear rules. For
again, but anybody can take that edge. So the sword guy can take it just as well as I could, right?
No, only impalers actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's in the Impaler book?
Only in the Impaler book, yeah. But the rules in that is something else, right? We're going to use the charge from Suede. So you count as a mounted person when you charge, if you have that edge. I can do a conversion for exact rules if you wish to go that way.
Let me take a look. I'm on that.
So in principle...
Jaxus.
Yes? Yes, sir.
Is Goldie permanently crippled?
He is, yeah, but you could treat him because...
if it's just a broken wing, it'll heal in time.
Yeah, the rules say that it's not functional anymore, but you can heal it with a advancement. So you can put that on him, and he will heal the wound. Also, the wounds you get now, you got minus agility, and Tony got slow. Those can also be removed by using advances. So.
All right.
Yeah. So in principle, the charge is that the guy with the longer weapon gets +2 to wait. Okay, there's an opposed roll. There's an opposed roll for who hits who, and the guy with the longer weapon wins. Gets +2, so it's an opposed roll of athletics to see which one actually gets to do the charge damage. And the one with the longer weapon gets +2 to that roll. The winner of that roll gets +4 damage to his attack roll. It's a little like convoluted, but yeah.
Is that an edge, or is that just
this is the rules for mounted combat, and that age will make you count as a mounted person, even if you're running.
Oh, so the charge edge in the Impaler book has been modified to be the edge you're talking about in.
Right. It's as if you were riding a horse.
So, okay, now I understand it better. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that. Yeah. But then a sword guy can do that as well, but he won't have that +2 because he wouldn't he wouldn't get that bonus against the spear. Against another sword. Anyway, it's a little better with a spear than a sword, but not much.
But the whole idea to go up against a modern fighting system with spears is not that logical. More like.
What do you mean?
Faith.
The knight of the faith. That's what you're telling me. My historic weapon of choice is a spear. I gotta use the spear. Plus, shooting those damn flechette guns are useless. Those things are. So why? Yeah, this. I don't understand why the guys who came up with this particular setting, which I think I enjoy, but they've come up with some really. Came up with rules that really seem to make the church people really kind of stupid. They come up with guns that can't do much damage to the undead as a regular gun could. They make them use spears that can't, any piercing weapons that only do half damage. They would kind of require them to use it. So I don't know. I think the guys who came up with the setting need to rethink their thought processes a little.
I think it's
But we're supposed to
made-
think outside the box because of the weak weapons, right? We're supposed to think of other
Right.
ways to kill them.
Right, exactly. I think it's like they had an image of like a battlefield, and then they like twisted all the rules so that that image would come true, right? Like even though we are in the future, they wanted the knights to do close combat. So how do we do
Oh, I'm
that?
fine with that.
Right?
Yeah,
How
I'm
do we
fine
do
with
that?
that.
Oh yeah, we say that the projectile weapons have no effect. So and like they had the like
And
image.
that's fine. There's
Yeah.
40K does 40. There's although 40Ks they emphasize a lot of the short of post combat as well. But then the problem with that is then I can understand that design choice. You want people to get up close and personal. That's fine. But then the whole rule about impaling and you give your melee guys in the setting, you give them a weapon that does half damage. What? That just does not make sense. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Zero sense.
Yeah.
If you want them to fight, okay, give them a weapon that's good in the fight that you want them to do.
Yeah, that's true. But that was what the explosions were for, right? That was why they.
Well, the problem is that with if you take the trademark weapon thing, which I did because you kind of if I use the heart seeker charge, I blow up the weapon. It's not my special weapon anymore, so I can't even use a damn charge anymore because it destroys the weapon.
I have changed that.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes it a little.
So what you are good with is the stick, right? So I have because yes, in the original rules, the whole weapon is useless, but I have changed that you have the stick and you can change the head. So you have charges.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit. That's a bit different.
Yeah. So you don't blow up the weapon.
That makes it a little better.
Yeah. Because it did not make sense in the balance point, because there was no point at all to use the normal spear at all, because the other one also weighed less. So you could just run around with that one and just don't explode it. So why would you use a spear then?
You're right. I wouldn't.
So I've changed that. So it's the weapons in the rules here. So yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks for the game.
Yeah, thanks for running. Thanks everybody else.
See you.
Take care, everybody. See you next.
Arian, just posted something there from the Impaler Handbook. When knights using the spear get a raise on their fighting roll, they don't roll a d6. They just impale the enemy, and then the enemy can't move. Makes them easier to hit.
Oh, nice.
Where's that at? What page is that?
That's in the Impaler Handbook. Page 30. That's the little setting rule impaling above Knight Spearman. Next to the edges, or in the edges page. Victims are impaled even if they don't suffer a wound. So you basically go Vlad the Impaler on him, I guess.
No, you impale him to something. To wall or to floor ground or something.
Oh, I'm not even read. I'm on that page damn near every session looking at stuff, and I've never actually read that. That is impaling. I've got to do.
Do they get to choose, or does this always happen? Because sometimes you want to just do the damage. Option. Good. It's option. You can option to impale him, or just do the normal damage. This is good.
That's. Thank you for pointing that out. I haven't. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
It just really seems like they think, oh, these were not that. They need to balance things out, so they're giving them
that's right. That's the thing is, this book was released after the core book, and so they probably realized after a while people were complaining, "Hey, dude, you got to fix this." So I came up with some sort of rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as soon as you impale them, though, you lose the spear as well, because
you can't use the spear anymore. So so it's it's something, but how useful it is. But thanks for pointing that out.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Take care, Bill. Good night.
Right.